Hello everyone, so I'm back again, and in my last video, which was the shiny shuppet hunting, I said that I had done a lot of shiny hunting on my own before, just without recording the actual captures. I decided that I was going to show those off right now, just because I figure, why not, you know? So I just organized them all into a box in order of which I caught them. And yes, that means that this beautiful shiny Cresselia right here is actually the first Pokemon I ever shiny hunted. And I mean that very literally. I never shiny hunted in the old games. I've played Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Sapphire, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, a little bit of Black and White. I never owned the games, I just played them, one of my friends, so I never had, the chance to shiny hunt much of them. But, well, I shouldn't say I never had the chance to shiny hunt much of them. I never cared to shiny hunt in any of them. And then I didn't play Pokemon for a few years until Alpha Sapphire came out, which is when I got a 3DS, and I started playing those. So I kind of skipped all of X and Y. I actually just beat it a few days ago. I beat Pokemon X for the first time, so yeah, it was pretty cool, but I beat this in about 2 days after I got it for Christmas, and then over the summer, just this past summer, I decided, well, what should I do in the post-game? So I decided to go shiny hunting, and I really wanted a shiny Cresselia because I think it is just a beautiful shiny Pokemon. I love its colors so much. And you would think that this took a really long time to get. I got it in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours of soft resetting, so it was really fast. You'll see the people on YouTube who have 30,000 soft resets. In those 3 hours, I maybe had between 1 and 3,000 at most. So, yeah. I've just been really lucky, which is why that shiny Shuppet was so, difficult to me. But, yeah, we'll continue on. And I do apologize at how shaky this is. I'm just on my phone, and it doesn't have optical image stabilization, so it just kind of shakes. The beauties of a Nexus 6P, man. But, alright, so the next one that I caught was a Roselia, which I don't usually nickname my Pokemon, but apparently I nicknamed this one Roselibe, because, oh, I love this. This is single-handedly my most favorite shiny Pokemon, because black and purple are my favorite colors, and oh, if this Roselia doesn't pull it off amazingly. And I haven't made it a Roserade yet. I'm going to at some point. Just haven't got around to it. But, yeah, this one, I think it took about 2 hours of Dexnav hunting, so it was a little bit frustrating because I wasn't, used to it yet. But it wasn't too bad. It didn't take, all that long. But, oh, it was a good sight when I got it. I was ecstatic, man. And then we have... Okay, so this is the first time I ever chain fished, and it was, to say it in the most, in the nicest way possible, it was hell. Because I heard that chain fishing was, pretty easy. No, it's not. At least not for me. This was, the first one that I ever got really unlucky with. Out of those whole 2 before it. Yeah. This was... I had about a 180 chain fish going on. I have the shiny charm and everything, and ooh, it was bad because I happened to be watching Ace Trainer Liam on stream one time, and this was while I had my like 180 chain, and I looked away for half a second when I cast the rod, and I missed like the catch, and I was pissed off, man. But I actually ended up getting it in about 20 or so fishing attempts after that, so it wasn't too bad. But this took about 2 or 3 hours, I think. So, yeah. And yes, this one's named Melodic because I'm going to make it a Milotic. And no, I don't pronounce Milotic melodic. I just like the way that melodic sounds, and it's a beautiful name for a beautiful shiny Pokemon once I evolve it. So yeah. Now we have the disappointment. I almost ran from this thing. I had only been shiny hunting Skitty for about a half hour. Maybe an hour at like most. Again, this was in the summer, so it's hard to remember exactly all of these. But yeah, I was shiny hunting with Skitty. It had only been like a half hour or an hour, but it was around like sundown time, so you know, in ORAS when it gets around there, you kind of get that like orange tint on the screen and everything from it being sunset. And I wasn't looking at the screen, kind of like with the Shuppet earlier. I wasn't like looking at the screen when I encountered it, and I almost ran from it because I honestly thought that it was just from like it being sunset time. It just kind of gave a weird, like slightly off tinted color to the Skitty, and I almost hit run, but then I just caught it to be sure, and here we are. By far, probably one of the most disappointing things. But, oh well. I mean, I love it. I love Skitty, and again, it's another one. Eventually, it's going to become a Delcatty. But yeah, that's the story behind that. And then we have my shiny Eevee, which is... Look at that. Yeah, this thing doesn't have autofocus. My phone's camera is ass. But that's besides the point. This is beautiful. This Eevee took probably about 3 or 4 hours of shiny hunting, and it was kind of hectic because it was rare in its spot, and I did Dexnav hunting for it. But I didn't do like a chain where you kill them, nah, I just kind of hit run. And it was a bit of pain, but it was so worth it when I got it. It was an amazing feeling because it was a bit of a challenge to get, but hey, I met it and I was greeted with that. And yes, pretty much they're all captured in quick balls, because first capture win when you have a level 100 Sylveon in your party. Not, I don't think the level of Pokemon matters when you're trying to capture a Pokemon, but hey, whatever. Now we have the shiny Poochyena, which what was happening was I was shiny hunting my next Pokemon, and I just happened to, sorry, that was my finger, but I just happened to, have a Poochyena pop up on the Dex nav, and I went, we'll see what happens, you know? Sure enough, the first one was a shiny, and it was this nice little golden brown, and, I mean, I wasn't just gonna leave it, so I caught it, and it was pretty amazing. So now I gotta go over to the next row. And this is the one that I was actually shiny hunting when I was going for when I got the Poochyena. This beautiful shiny Zora. This was probably, next to that Shuppet, the second longest shiny hunt at about 5 hours. So it was pretty extensive compared to what I was used to, but it was pretty worth it because I love the way that the Zora looks with the blue, and I can't wait to make it a Zora arc at some point here. It's gonna be amazing. Just blue Zora arc. God, that is a hard Pokemon name to say. But next up we have a... I need to stop putting my finger in front of the camera. But next up we have a shiny Swablu. Again, this one is going to become an Altaria at some point, but this one didn't take that long. It doesn't have much of a story to it. I just went, I want a shiny Swablu so I can get a shiny Altaria. Yeah. I think it took about an hour. It wasn't anything, like, amazing. It was just, I want one, I got one, woo. That's literally the story of this. And then we move on to Shiny Xatu, which, yes, I named Da Fuck, because I went onto a Mirage Island, and it just happened to pop up in the Dex Nav. I was gonna try hunting some shiny... Crap, I don't remember the name of it. Hold up. Let me get the name of it. Larvestas, so I could get a shiny Volcarona, which I haven't actually went back to do yet. But I was going on Mirage Islands to find him, and this guy popped up on the Dex Nav, and I specifically remember in my mind going, watch it be shiny. It was the first thing that came up under the Dex Nav, like, as soon as I got onto the island near grass, and I went, oh, okay. Sure enough, the first one was shiny, and I just kind of named it Da Fuck, because why not? And then we have my shiny Axew, which, if any of you watch the anime, yes, it's named Iris after Iris from the anime, because she loved Axews and Haxorus and everything, so she was a dragon-type person, but, I love this thing. Just not much of a change, just that purple, but that's all I need, man. I love the purple on it. But this was in a cave. It took about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. A lot of these take like 3 or 4 hours for me. I don't know if that's lucky or not. To me, it seems kind of lucky. But, yeah, this is the only one that I've actually had to do the Dex Nav by moving around so far, just because I haven't done all that much shiny hunting, especially not recently, but I'm kind of getting back into it again. So, yeah, it was fun to try to learn how to do the, like, quick, slow walk for the Dex Nav. So, this one has a bit of a special place for that. And then we move on... Oh, okay, well, these are out of order, but doesn't matter. I'll just go over this first. So when I was shiny hunting that Shuppet, this guy popped up randomly. It just kind of came up on the Dex Nav when I was trying to reset for another search for Shuppet, and I went after it, and yep, it's got the blue stripe instead of the red one. I don't care that much. It kind of gave me something to do instead of just trying to, you know, keep myself from screaming every time I encountered a Shuppet, because it was about 7 hours in total, like, into that hunt, and I was starting to get a little bit crazy. But yeah. Now, this one I actually got before the Kecleon. Don't mind the fact that it's caught in a Master Ball. Yeah. I just kind of had it, and it didn't want to get into any of my other Pokeballs, so I threw it. Doesn't matter, really. I don't care. But, I just kind of was going through the Pokedex and went, I want to go shiny hunting, what do I want to get? And I saw Klefki, and decided, why not, you know? And I'm not kidding, it took about 20 encounters through the Dex Nav, and I got it. I don't even think it took me a half hour. But I love the fact that it turns golden. It looks beautiful. And then There is another one, but it's in my party, and I forgot to move it, so we'll go to that last. But here is the actual most recent one that I caught today as of recording this, and yep, Shiny Shuppet, 9 hours of hell. But hey, it's worth it. I actually love its color, but not as much as I love the color of this shiny Gardevoir. This is... oh god, this is amazing. I caught it as a Ralts, then evolved it up, and it took about, I'd say, 1.5 hours of shiny hunting for the Ralts. It wasn't a very long shiny hunt, but oh, this one made me really happy when I got it because I love Gardevoir. It and my Sylveon here, they are my two favorite Pokemon, so I just don't like Sylveon shiny, otherwise that Eevee over there would be a Sylveon right now, but that's kind of besides the point. So yeah, I caught it as a shiny Ralts, evolved it up through Elite Four, and here it is, shiny Gardevoir. It's holding its Gardevoirite, level 100. Whew. I love this thing, man. It is... I'd say, even though I think Roserade or Roselia and Roserade are my favorite shinies in terms of, like, their colors and everything, out of all the shinies that I've gotten, this one is my favorite. It's one of my two favorite Pokemon, and it has this beautiful blue, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know, but just in case you don't, when it goes into its Mega form, its dress turns black, its hair stays blue, and that little whatever the heck it is between her breasts, yep, it stays orange, and it is beautiful. So, yeah, that is all of the shiny Pokemon that I've hunted. I have a shiny Yveltal down here, but I don't care about that. That was just through the shiny Yveltal event. I didn't even get the shiny Xerneas, which I actually kind of like more, but hey, whatever. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like it. This is a longer video than the last one, for sure, but hey, it's worth it. Again, if you guys want, just leave a comment telling me if you want me to do more of these. I can shiny hunt Pokemon. Leave some suggestions if you want, actually. I can go and try to shiny hunt them. I have Pokemon X. I don't have the shiny charm in it, but I can still do a bit of the Poké Radar, I think, right? Yeah. Hunting for Pokemon in there, if they're capable, or I can just do some, like, breeding of stuff to try to do, like, Masuda method. I have a Japanese Ditto for that I traded for, so yeah, just leave a suggestion and I'll try to get it, you know? So, thanks again for watching, guys. See you in the next one.